Hello, wonderful people. Today I'm talking about the great healing and a light bulb moment that I had about what that is. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So I was talking with the fellas and the guys and the gals upstairs, and I said to them, you know all the things that you've told me? All the things that you've told me. What has actually happened? What's come true? And the emissary aren't great for tellers. I mean, they said, there's a great awakening happening. We're moving to a beautiful place. It's going to be great. It's going to be a bit tough in the middle. It's going to be great. So they haven't really they haven't said anything definitive. They don't. But I asked them, I said, so, what have you said? I mean, they've said so much. And they said, the waves of the Great Awakening, or what we're seeing happening now. And I don't know if you recall, I did a video where I was telling you about the waves that they were talking about. One was politics. I can't remember how many waves they said, 4 or something, or 3 waves or whatever. Politics, and then medicine, and this thing that was going to wake people up, everything. And they said they are all happening right now in a big way. And I agree with them. The Great Awakening is happening at a tremendous breakneck speed, and it's all about all of these things that they were talking about. It makes sense. But then I said to them, hey, but the great healing, I'm not seeing that in the way that I thought it was going to happen. Because I remember at some point I thought, wow, I'm going to have to share my therapy skills so that people are ready for the great healing. And I still believe that the great healing is coming, and well, more so since I've had this conversation. And they said, yes, the great healing hasn't come yet because that comes after the Great Awakening. And we're in the midst of the Great Awakening. And so the great healing is going to come afterwards. And then they made me think of a message that I saw. Because I was thinking, okay, well, obviously, I've always said that the people who are waking up are going to need therapy, because they're going to be saying, oh my God, what the hell, I've been asleep all of this time, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And I think I was wrong in that regard, and I'll tell you why. So they made me think about a post that I saw the other day, and it was a post that actually made me very emotional when I read it. And the post was this. It was just from some girl that put, this message goes out to all of the people who've been awake for a long time. That I admire the fact, and I don't know how you managed to cope when there were so few of you and when you were alone. And I'm sorry that we weren't there. I'm sorry that we were asleep, but we're here now and you're not alone. And it was such a beautiful message, and I thought, wow. And the message that I took from that was that she was okay with being asleep. And it was like, we're here with you now, so it's okay. And what I realized was that trauma, when trauma occurs, it occurs because you perceive that you have nowhere to run. You have no escape. That's literally the mechanics of how trauma gets caught up in your body. You believe that you are going to die and that you've got no escape. Okay? Now, when people are waking up, this is what the emissary said, the people who are waking up and joining a big group, because we are big now. I mean, the awakened souls are big. Just have to look at any Twitter feed, world out, and you will see that we are many, okay? So what they were saying was that waking up and coming into a big group is not traumatic at all. Because it's like, oh, everybody's there, so that's okay. And everybody's just coming now, so that's okay. Right? So for them, the waking up is nowhere near as traumatic as the experience that we've had. Why? Because when we were waking up, we felt alone. No, I woke up 20 years ago. Boy, did I feel alone then. I had my wife, thank God. Okay, but there weren't many of us. We were a very small group. And even during the plan stroke demic, I felt that we weren't many. I could see things happening, but I still felt that we were the extreme minority. Now the numbers are swelling. The numbers are swelling. But it's that feeling of being alone, being vulnerable, and likely the chance of being hurt. That's what creates trauma. And so I think that what's going to happen is this. Once this is done, the people who are going to need the healing are us, or the people who experience the trauma. And not necessarily, I'm not saying that people who are waking up won't need healing, of course they will, but not to the degree that I think we need it. And as I was reading that post, and as I was thinking about the experience that we went through of feeling very, very, very isolated, and there's some people who still feel isolated now. In the messages that I get, people saying, there's nobody around me that seems to be awake. That's where trauma is created. That there's no escape. I'm the only one, and it's me. It's all of them against me, and that's very scary. So, we're the ones who are fucked up. Not the people. I always thought, well, it'd be them waking up and going, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed about how long I've been asleep. No, they go, hey, great, we're here now, you're okay. They're fine. We're the ones that have got full-scale PTSD. And PTSD, in this case, stands for Plandemic Trauma Shit Dribbling. We're the ones who are traumatized. So I think it's time to get the EFT out, it's time to get the havening out, it's time to do a bit of healing. Or perhaps when this is all sorted, right? And then we sit down and go, actually, I feel a little bit traumatized. Well, when you're in the heat of the battle, you don't notice. It's afterwards, isn't it? So, anyway, for those who might feel traumatized, I'm here, and there's also a big group of therapists who are with us as well, who are here to help, okay? So never feel that you have to do this on your own. You don't. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.